Happy Sunday. I've got a really fun squat to show you tonight. I actually showed this to my Fit Fam last week. I think it was last Friday or Saturday, and they absolutely loved this squat. What's so cool about it is that it's really unique and not a lot of people have seen it before. Do me a favor as you're coming in. As always, I like to make sure that you can hear me okay, that you can see everything okay. So just drop all clear, looks good, anything like that would be great, just to let me know I'm being heard. So this squat, it's called the Hindu squat. And in all my years in the fitness industry, I've really only seen it one other time, and it was by a gentleman named Dr. Al Sears. He's the one that I learned it from, and I've never seen anybody before, and I've never seen anybody after do it. So it's just a little bit unusual and really fun. Let me make sure this is good. Okay. Hopefully you can hear me good there. Okay. So what's fun about it is that, or what I think is fun about it, what my Fit Fam thought was pretty fun about it, is that it really works a lot of muscle groups at one time. So we all know squats are great for the lower body. They're great for the butt, the thighs, the front of the legs, the back of the legs, the quads, the hamstrings, right? They even reach down into the calves. So they're great for everything. This particular squat, though, you're really getting your core involved, and you're even getting your upper body involved. And I think that if you do it correctly, that it's easier to actually do what a squat is intended to do, which is really strengthen the base, really strengthen the glutes. And a lot of times when we perform a regular squat, we don't finish it correctly, right? So we'll do a regular squat and we'll come down and we'll stand up. We don't come down and extend the hips and really squeeze the butt. This squat really kind of forces you to do that. So I'm going to show you the squat, and then I'm going to break down the form a bit. Make sure that you tag a friend or share this with your friends, because it really is unique, and it's so stinking effective. So yay. Hey Stephanie, I'm glad you're here, and Debbie, welcome ladies. So hopefully you can hear and see everything okay. So I haven't seen anybody say you can't, so I'm going to keep on rolling. So okay, this is called the Hindu squat. So here we go. I'll go ahead and show you. Another thing real quick too is that you can do this in rapid succession. Once you get it down right, you can do it really quickly and really get your heart rate up as well. So, okay, so here we go. Let me show you the Hindu squat. I'm just going to show it to you first. I'll show it to you from the front, then the side, and then I'm going to break it down for you. So, you're going to come up into a scooping motion. Okay, so this is different, right? A regular squat, we go down and everything is here. And of course, there's all kinds of variations of squats. The difference with the Hindu squat is where the bend takes place and where the majority of your weight goes. So in a regular squat, you hear sit back in the heels, lift the toes, right? This is similar, but as you're going back and down, the idea is to almost graze your fingers on the floor and then come up. And when you come up like this and pull your arms back, it forces you to squeeze your hips and to pop your pelvis forward just a little bit, which makes this really deep. It affects the glutes deeply, and it really engages the quads so much more effectively. So I'm going to show you again, and I'm going to do it quickly so that you can see the cardio portion of it, okay? So here we go. And I'm breathing. I'm going to do it from the side. Okay, so key with this squat, this can be a knee killer if you do it wrong. Number one, if you do it wrong. Number two, if you have really long limbs, what can happen is for you to keep your balance so that you don't go over backwards, you almost may have to push your knees too far forward past a comfort level and maybe past a safety level. So keep that in mind. If you're somebody who's really tall and you go to do this and you feel it tug on the knees or you feel any kind of pain at all, never push past pain. Hey Debbie, good to see you. Never push past pain. So if you start to do this and you're like, oh my gosh, that kills my knees, don't keep going, okay? That may mean that you've got a knee issue, that you need to not do these at all, or maybe you've got a muscular imbalance, or maybe you're one of those people I just talked about, and because you have really long limbs, you have to put yourself in a position that maybe pushes your knees too far forward. So let me go over this again and break it down a little bit. With a Hindu squat, I'm going to start hinging at the hip first, so I'm not going to bend here. This is a problem a lot of people have when they do a squat, is they bend at the knees first, and already we're out of position. You want to bend at the hips first, sitting back. So same thing with this. You're bending at the hips, starting to sit back. But the difference is as my hands come back and I come down right here, it puts me in that perfect position to push up quickly through the heels and to squeeze my rear. So it's almost a circular motion. And as you're coming up and pulling back, you're actually squeezing your shoulder blades together. So you're getting some upper back work there too. So I'm a little out of breath from doing those and from talking, but I want to show you again because this is something that does take some practice. Not a lot of people get this on the first or second time, and watching yourself in the mirror after you watch me here is really, really important too, because you may think you're doing it right and then look in the mirror and say, oh my goodness, that's completely the opposite of what she was doing. Okay, so let me show you again from the side. And you can see that if I go quickly, it really shoots the heart rate up. Driving those elbows back quickly from the front. I'm popping my pelvis forward right there, squeezing my rear, pulling my shoulder blades back. So there's a lot to think about with this squat. Unusual squat, but y'all, it is so stinking effective. My favorite way to do these is in sets of 30. So if you're new, 30 may be like, what? That's fine. Start with 5 or start with 10. In fact, start with 1 or 2 until you really, really, really have this nailed. But when you do, when it feels good, and again, if you can't go all the way to the floor because of knee issues, you can always modify and come here, okay? So you can come here, and it's still effective, but it's pretty different if you can get on down. It forces all of those muscles of the lower body to go into overdrive to be able to pick you up from that position, and it helps everything just fire. It is so stinking effective, and it's really good cardio. So it's great like for a HIIT workout, right? You can do 30, 20, 10, whatever you're able to do, rest, do it again, rest, maybe do 3 to 5 cycles of that if you've got to do it quick. I can tell you that my family and I traveled to San Antonio last week, and of course that's a lot of sitting. That's about a 7-hour trip for us. So all the way back, of course sitting kills me, but we have kids, so we're having to stop fairly often. I did 30 at every single stop. In the restroom, so it's pretty much restroom stall safe as far as space goes, depending on the size of the stall. It's parking lot safe, unless your children are around, then it's not safe at all. Then you're the biggest goob on the planet, but I didn't care. But I did it every single stop, and I felt so much better. It got my heart rate up a little bit, so it was a good mini workout. But if you can do them together, do 30 and then do another 30. What my Fit Fam took upon themselves to do this past week, because I had done 150 by the end of that trip, I did, thanks for sharing. Yeah, you bet, please share with others. That's great. I had done 100, I did a 30 before we left from San Antonio, and then I did 30 at the first stop, 30 at the next stop. Anyway, by the time we got home, I had done 150. So they just started doing, yeah, hey, I'm gonna do 150 Hindu squats. And then they're posting it on Facebook, and they're sharing it, and they're like rallying around one another to get this done. It was so fun. I was like, I gotta share this with everybody else too. So it just totally inspired me to bring it to you guys, because I really got to thinking, I bet that they have probably never seen this squat before or never tried it. So please keep in mind what I said about your knees. That's with any squat. That's with any exercise. Never, ever, ever push past knee pain. And that's probably the first place you would feel this, because here's what it's easy to do. It's easy to go down and then do this. That's not correct. It's not that kind of a circle. It's here. So when you're at the bottom part, your hips go down, your butt goes down to the ground, and then you stand straight up and then pull back hard, okay? So I'm gonna show you one more time. This way, pop, pull those elbows back. The core is in tight. You can go faster, really get the heart rate up, and that's all I'm gonna do, because I'm not gonna be able to talk here in a second. So, okay, super, super effective. I'd love if you tag a friend, if you share this video. Let me know if you try it. I'd love to know what you think about it. Does it tweak your knees? Does it feel great? Is it hard? Is it easy? How many were you able to do? Are you somebody who wants to take it upon yourself and try 150 in a day over the course of a week? I'd love to know all those things because it's fun, and chances are you've probably never seen it before. I'm curious. Have any of you seen that squat before? Unless you're a MyFit fam and saw it last week. I'm super curious. Drop me a yes or a no if you've seen it before, because I know when I saw it probably for the first time 15 years ago, and I had already been in the fitness field for 12 years at that point, I think, I had never seen them before, and I have never seen them since. So super curious if that's something that y'all seen before. But let me know. Okay, so Tia says no, she's not seen that before. I know, I hadn't either. But once you try them, and especially if you do them in quick succession like this, you're gonna come to understand, okay, this is something that's a lot of bang for your buck. So you get a whole lot out of it in a very, very short amount of time. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed learning about the Hindu squat. Diane says no. Yeah, they're fun. So try them, let me know, tag me, let me know what you think about them. And that's it. Be sure and share it. If you want to try some great groovy workouts, if you're looking for something short and fun and super effective that has a little bit of a groove with it, you can check out my Fit Chicks Groove on Demand. I have the link in the description, so be sure and check that out. Let me know if you have any questions. And thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you all so much. I need a bath now. I'm super sweaty. Y'all see how that really gets your heart rate up, and how it makes you perspire in a very short period of time. So I love them. Okay, thank you for watching. Y'all have a great rest of your Sunday, and I will see you next week. Bye. Oh, it's not Sunday, it's Wednesday. Nobody corrected me. Did I say happy Sunday at the beginning? I usually go live on Sunday. And today is Wednesday. I knew that. I am so completely, I just dropped my kids off at youth too. So that's sometimes a Sunday thing. So I have an excuse, right? Happy Wednesday. Have a good rest of your day. Bye. I know, right?